tonight. I'm David Brenner. Alongside me, former WBA featherweight champion of the world, Barry McGuigan. The Delaney boys back in town, Barry. Some good action for us tonight.
Well, there always is excitement when Mark and Gary fight. I'm very much looking forward to seeing the main event tonight, Delaney and Simon Harris. It's a really intriguing contest, and I can't wait for it to happen.
Well, first up, we have got Mark Delaney against Tim Robinson. Mark Delaney having his 6th professional fight tonight. He's 5-5 with 5 KOs. Tim Robinson from Grimsby, durable opponent, and it's Tim Robinson who's getting into the ring first. Tim Robinson from Grimsby, preparing for this super middleweight contest, which will be fought over 6 2-minute rounds. Big crowd at the York Hall here tonight. Hardly a seat to be had. Delaney's, of course, come from this part of the world. There's the record. Not the best. But he's a durable character, and worth bearing in mind that the one win came inside the distance in his 3rd fight against Mohammed Malik in December of '92. So we have Tim Robinson, and to make the party complete, we need Mark Delaney.
Goes back to the house of pain. He who breaks the law goes back to the house of pain.
Freddie King, Jason King, Robbo Brazier, the whip, leading him in. Barry Hearn hovering a little anxiously in the background. This is a young man who just seems to be getting better and better and better, Barry.
Yeah, dare I say it, I think he's making a quicker improvement than his brother Gary. He fights very much like him, all-out attacking fighter. His movements are great, his upper body movement is great. He's a very exciting-looking young professional, and punches with a great deal of authority.
Perfect record, as you can see there. Last time out, stopped Paul Murray at Millwall on the... Michael Bill won that in 3 rounds. MC tonight is Alan Hughes. Let's join him.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to York Hall, the heart of London's East End, for an evening of championship boxing, promoted by Barry Hearn for Matchroom Boxing and sponsored by Highland Spring. At ringside tonight, as always, David Brenner and Barry McGuigan, and your officials for tonight's undercard are appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control, and your steward in charge is Dr. Ozzie Ross. Your matchmaker for the evening, Frank Turner of London. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 6 2-minute round middleweight contest. Introducing in the red corner with the black shorts with the white trim, 10 contests, ladies and gentlemen, 1 win, and that win coming inside the distance from Grimsby. Will you welcome, please, Tim Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent in the blue corner with the green and gold shorts, undefeated, perfect record, 5 wins, 5 contests, all inside the distance from West Ham in London. Will you welcome Mark Delaney? And the weigh-in today, Robinson scale 12 stone 2, Delaney 12 stone 1 pound and 6 ounces. Your referee for the contest is Jeffrey Hines, and your timekeeper Nick White. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 2-minute rounds.
Thank you, Alan. Referee Jeff Hines, and it's Jeff Hines' birthday today. And what a way to spend your birthday, refereeing at the York Hall Bethnal Green. Still earning a crust. Mark Delaney looking very focused. And a cold stare from Delaney, directed in Tim Robinson's direction. This is 6-2s. Delaney is in the green. Robinson is in the black.
Robinson looks in good condition. He's a powerful-looking guy. He's very well made, but whether he can use that power is another thing. Delaney starting in his normal style, just using the jab to find his way in to throw those powerful left hooks and right hands.
Well, for a 22-year-old, Delaney really is superbly built already. He looks awesomely powerful.
You can almost see those left hooks, and he shows them, but he just delivers them so quickly. You know, he telegraphs them ever so slightly, but he really bangs them in there. You can see the way he reaches with them, and he's got tremendous accuracy. He can really reach right in underneath the elbows and bang in those left hooks to the body. And he rolls brilliantly well, slips underneath and comes right back with short chopping hooks. Good right uppercut.
Robinson in trouble already in the first. And remember, these are the sprint rounds, the 2-minute rounds.
There aren't many guys that will actually fight him over 3-minute rounds, and you can see why.
I don't think Robinson has done a worthwhile punch yet in all one-way traffic so far. Delaney teeing off at will.
I don't think it's going to last much longer. He's really getting whacked around
Jeff
here.
Hines is picking up the count. The count is 5. He's up at 7. Jeff Hines takes a look. Robinson glances at his corner. I think he might see out this round. There's 10 left. Then again, I could be wrong.
Good left hook to the body again. Tremendous body puncher, Delaney. This fella's not getting up to it.
He's up at 8 as the bell goes. The counts can continue after the bell, but he got up on his feet, and I think we can safely say that Delaney took that round.
Yes, just about. He led him back to the corner, the referee. Really, he could have been compassionate and said, that's enough, son, because I think that's what Robinson wanted to hear. Let's have a look at this first punch that put him to the floor. He chopped him down with a number of punches, and then he landed 2 clean. This is actually the second knockdown. We'll see where he finished him here, almost finished him at the end of the round. Left hook, and it's the left hook to the body. Bang, the one that actually brought a delayed reaction. Down he went on his hunkers. And you see the grimace on his face and his neck tightening.
Well, it was body punches that did for Paul Murray on the Millwall bill in the middle of last month, just 3 weeks ago. Delaney back in action tonight, round 2. I don't think this is going to go too much longer.
Robinson is doing nothing to hold him off, and the legs again shaking. The referee said, that's enough.
Double quick, 10 seconds into round 2. And Mark Delaney makes it 6 fights, 6 wins, 6 stoppages. That's what the crowd have come to see. Local boy makes good. And I think local boy is going to make even better as the years go by. Here comes Mum into the ring. Past Jason King. Well done, son. You were great.
And ladies and gentlemen, in 14 seconds of round 2, referee Jeffrey Hines has stopped the contest. Mark Delaney is the winner.
So the official verdict from Alan Hughes. We'll take another look at the stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, your sympathetic appreciation, please, for Tim Robinson.
Well, it's a hell of a way to come from Grimsby. Barry.
Yeah, just typical attack from Delaney here. Left hook to the body, right under the ribs, just picked it up right away and shaking him to the floor, and referee said, look, that's enough. We see it from a different angle here again. You'll see, watch the left hook. Look at the way he reached with that body punch. Short right hand, and that's enough, the referee said. His legs were shaking at that stage, and another short win for Mark Delaney.
So, that's part 1 of the Fighting Delaneys. Part 2 in the shape of Gary is our top of the bill. Next, we have the Greek warrior, Andreas Panay, against former title challenger Tony Swift. That's coming up after the break. Join us back at the York Hall Bethnal Green in just a couple of minutes on Pro Box.
On Eurosport. Next up, super middleweights, and my co-commentator Gary Delaney is going to have there he is, Ernie Loveridge. There's his record, 35 fights. Apache record, 18 and 14. Another one of these fellas that you can really forget those numbers. He's had a lot of
That's right, yeah. I mean, you know, don't take a lot of notice of the record. A lot of the time, they're a lot better fighters than what the actual record shows.
So that is Ernie Loveridge. Next into the ring, Mark Delaney, brother of my co-commentator, Gary Delaney, the reigning WBO Pentacontinental Light Heavyweight Champion. And here comes Mark Delaney. There's his record, pretty good. 4-6, 1-6.
6 inside the distance.
How good do you think he could be, Gary?
He had a bit of a patchy year. His last year as an amateur was very patchy, very up and down. But since he's been, you know, with Freddie King and the Matchroom, he seems to have come on, you know, tremendous. He's improved a lot, you know. This last year, he's come on bundles.
I have to say, I'm not overwhelmed at his taste in music, Gary. This is a personal opinion, and don't tell him I said that. Gary Mark showing a bit of reluctance to get into the ring. Freddie King just applying some finishing touches there. Now, normally, Gary, of course, you can watch a fight and be impartial and objective, but you're going to have trouble with this one, aren't you?
That's right. Obviously, I'm going to have a biased opinion, you know, because he's my little brother. But I'll try and look at it from a neutral point of view.
Do you ever see a situation where you could end up actually fighting your brother?
It would never happen, no. I mean, you know, my mum wouldn't allow it.
She'd step in between you, would she? Right, let's join our Master of Ceremonies for the official introduction, Alan Hughes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a super middleweight contest at 12 stone 2 over 6 3-minute rounds. Introducing first in the red corner with the gold shorts with 18 wins and 3 draws from 35 contests, 3 coming inside the distance from Stourport, Ernie Loveridge. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent in the blue corner with the green shorts with an impressive and perfect record, 6 wins, 6 contests, all inside the distance from West Ham in London, Mark Delaney. At the weigh today, Loveridge 12 stone 2, Delaney 12 stone 1 pound and 10 ounces. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee is Mark Green and your timekeeper is Ray Rice, and this is 6 3-minute rounds.
So the referee calls the two fellas together, 6 threes at super middleweight. And your brother certainly looks the part, doesn't he? That's a mean stare.
He stares right into you, you know, he looks right inside you. Very cold, very menacing.
But I think Ernie Loveridge has seen a bit of all that before. I don't think he's the sort of fellow that'll be too frightened by that.
He's an old wise head, he knows what the game's all about.
So we're underway. Mark Delaney in the green, Gary Delaney sits next to me. Ernie Loveridge in the yellow. Gary, I was going to ask you, what is it actually like to watch your brother? Do you watch it as a fan or do you worry for him?
I get more nervous watching my brother than what I do when I'm actually fighting, you know, because it's just weird, you know. My heart's going, my hands are sweating, and it's very nerve-wracking.
Of course, there's nothing you can do to help him, is there?
That's right, yeah. He's in there on his own.
Well, he's not had much trouble so far in his short, very successful professional career. 6 fights, 6 wins, all of them via the quick route.
He's got a good test in front of him tonight, though, Ernie Loveridge. You know, he's an old wise head, he's very experienced, knows his way around a boxing ring, and Mark will do well to beat him.
We've said this before, of course, Gary, the Ernie Loveridges of the boxing world are the sort of fellas you have to get past to see what you've got. That's
right, you need them, you know, because these are the type of opponents that you learn against, you know. What you learn in these fights stands you in good stead for later on in your career.
Could you learn more from an Ernie Loveridge than you could from someone that you could knock over in the first couple of rounds?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because you'll probably learn more from a defeat than what you do from a win, you know. And I mean, an early round knockout, you don't never really learn anything, you know. It's just straight in and straight out again. You haven't learnt nothing.
Well, it's a steady beginning from these two fellas. Big money to be made in the super middleweight division, of course.
That's right, yeah.
I think with the best will in the world, your brother's a little bit away from that just at the moment.
Yeah, that's, you know,
But obviously he's aware of it.
Yeah, he's aware of, you know, the financial rewards in the super middleweight division.
And a little bit of blood coming from the nose of Ernie Leverage, but his eyes are clear. He looks okay. These fellas certainly getting down to business in this opening session.
That's right, yeah. There's not a lot being thrown, but what is being thrown is with bad intent.
Saw Ernie Leverage there just looking out and smiling at someone in the crowd. A very relaxed customer, this Midlander.
Yeah.
Been around a long time, seen it all before. Covered up there as Delaney landed a long right. But Leverage came straight back, and we're into the last few seconds of this opening round. So that's it. Honours pretty much even after that opening session. So, Gary Delaney, your verdict on your brother's first 3 minutes?
In round, you know, I think this is his first 6-3, so, you know, he might be aware of that the fight, you know, it's a little bit longer, the time that. This was a good right hand over the top, just, boom, you know, shook Leverage up a bit, and then he clung on after that.
Came straight back and tried to unload.
Just cuffed him behind the ear.
10 seconds.
And Leverage showing a bit of smarts there to be moving away just as it landed.
That's
so
right, yeah.
Didn't absorb the full effect.
Seconds out, round 2.
Yeah, Leverage, he's one of those opponents, you never seem to be able to catch him with a clean shot. He always seems to be riding the shot, moving away, you know, coming off at different angles, you know. It's hard to pin him against the ropes and actually hit him with some solid shots.
Is Mark prepared to go the distance on this one?
Yeah, well, he's fit enough. I mean, he's, you know, in the gym and that. I mean, he's been sparring with, like, Eamon Lockwood and Steve Collins, you know, 6-8 rounds every day. So he should have no problem doing the 6-round trip.
So a young man with possibly a very bright future in this game. Mark Delaney in the green, the brother of my co-commentator Gary Delaney, who's already making a few waves. You've got the WBO Pentacontinental light heavyweight title under your belt. What next for you, Gary?
Well, next I'm out on the Chris Eubank at Olympia on the 9th of July, the undercard of the Chris Eubank fight.
Mark Delaney certainly landing the better shots in this second round and beating Leverage to the punch. But as you say, he's such an awkward, cagey customer.
That's right, yeah, you know.
Got him well and truly tangled up.
That's his experience showing, that is.
Is your brother the sort of fellow that might get frustrated? Has he got a suspect temperament like that?
No, he's very, you know, very focused. He, you know, there's not a lot you can do to upset him. You know what I mean? If you do ever upset him, watch out.
Start running.
He's looking to put too much weight behind his shots, though. I think he should lighten up and just let his shots flow a little bit more. You know, a few more combinations. Not so hard, just fast and sharp.
Well, we've got some news from Francis Ampofo's dressing room. A little bit down, obviously, after losing his world title challenge against Jake Matlala, but he's going to fight on, we hear, and he plans to defend his British title next, so best of luck to Francis Ampofo. Meanwhile, Mark Delaney and Early Leverage are just getting a little talking to from referee Mark Green to just smarten their act up a little bit. I suspect that's aimed more at Loveridge than Delaney.
Yeah, he's a very shrewd customer, Loveridge.
So that's the end of the second session. Ernie Loveridge, the old campaigner from the Midlands, goes back to his corner. He's a born survivor, this fella, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a wise old head.
So there we see your younger brother, Mark Delaney. I understand you've got an even younger brother who pushes you two fellas around a little bit.
Chris, yeah, he's 13. He's 6'3". He's 14 stone 4, I think. I mean, he's our secret weapon. We're grooming him for stardom later on.
Is he going to follow you two into the professional ranks, do you think?
Well, we've had him down the matchroom training, and I mean, for his age and his size and that, he's looking very good. At the minute, you'll never get him matched up because, I mean, there's not a lot of 13-year-olds as big as him. You know, he's
a full-blown heavyweight.
That's right. He's in the yeah. He's 14.5 stone. 6'3". He's a big old lump.
Seconds out, round 3.
I won't ask what you call him.
Sir.
If you've got any sense, you do. I think even Herbie Hyde will tread carefully there. Chris Delaney, a name for the future. Here in the present, Mark Delaney putting up a pretty good showing in the green trunks against the messy, awkward, and always slippery Ernie Loveridge, a seasoned campaigner. A fellow who's come to survive.
That's right, yeah.
As we talk about these journeyman fighters like Loveridge as just coming to survive, but of course if they can put a dent in an unbeaten record, then...
That's right, yeah. I mean, it'd be a good feather in their cap, I mean, if someone like Loveridge could pull an upset off against Mark.
Well, I think Loveridge went down from a slip there. There was certainly no count, but
like he was off balance.
Mark Delaney has certainly gone right back on the attack.
Yeah, he's beginning to find the target now, It took him a little while, but he's getting there. Just got to keep plugging away.
Good shot. Delaney's best shot of the round, that right hand. Loveridge has soaked it all up. Another good shot. Getting off first, teeing off first.
That's right, yeah. That's what he's got to do. Not so much work for power, just speed.
Pull your arms out, work away, pay, work.
Still messing and holding and just being told to let his man go. Last few seconds of this third round. Another strong one for the middle Delaney brother.
He's a survivor, Loveridge. You can see his experience. He hasn't got a lot of class, but he's got a lot of experience. He knows how to survive.
Well, I think we can safely say he's going to safely survive this round. 3 to go after this. So round 3 comes to an end. Mark Delaney returns to his corner, having won all 3 of those rounds on my card against this tough old fella, Ernie Loveridge. How do you think he's coping so far? How's his strength holding up?
Well, it's his first 6-3. I mean, it's not so much the time of the rounds. It's when you start moving up to 8, 10 rounds, 12 rounds. That's when it tends to play on your mind a little bit. But I mean, at the moment, he's looking all right. I see a little bit of frustration setting in, but he's just got to keep himself composed, stick to his boxing, and just stick to the job, really.
Well, he must know he's winning the fight, and this would have given him a little bit of extra incentive. I think Loveridge, we all agree, has gone down from a slip, but your brother certainly came firing back, didn't he, afterwards?
That's right, yeah. I mean, there was good work inside from both fighters.
Almost if he was pushed down on the top of his head, as if he was off balance.
10 seconds.
Might have been a bit of water on the canvas in the corner.
And that a good shot.
Yeah.
Seconds out.
But
Round
no problems
4.
at all for Ernie Loveridge. Takes a lot to put this fella away.
That's right.
Round 4, we're scheduled for 6. Mark Delaney in the green. Ernie Loveridge from Stourport in the yellow.
He's one of those opponents, you know, very awkward, very frustrating. You've just got to stick to your job, you know, stick to your boxing, and just hope that eventually, you know, you catch him. He's very hard to catch with a clean shot.
A rare flash of action there from Loveridge. Landed a combination, but he's gone back to that lock 'em up type of style.
That's right, he'll hit you when he can, and then he'll claim when he can. He's a shrewd customer.
Well, he's giving Mark a useful workout here. I'm sure the thinking must be in the matchroom camp that Mark has had a good workout, 6 fights, so he's shown a bit of potential. And just as Loveridge was looking as if he was in a bit of trouble,
He's come back.
a reminder that he's perfectly all right.
Just to let Mark know that he's still there.
And just to let him know he can't take any liberties either.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you know, maybe the matchroom's decided this Delaney boy's had it too easy, so we'll give him a little tester.
I think Mark looked a little bit surprised there as Loveridge launched that assault. Almost good grief, he's hitting me back. And again.
And again.
And just the suspicion that you feel that Loveridge might fancy this a little bit.
Yeah, he might come good towards the end.
Good shots from Delaney. Loveridge seemed to take them all comfortably in his stride, and has become impossible to hit once again. Very good at folding up the tent, Ernie Loveridge.
That's right, yeah.
The combination got through there, straight through the guard.
I know it's hard, but with an opponent like Loveridge, you've got to try and not to load up so much, you know, because you're not going to hit him clean. So if you start putting too much emphasis in the power of your shot, you'll burn a lot of energy.
So round 4 and a couple of flurries there from Ernie Loveridge, but another good round for Delaney. Well, it was almost looking like one-way traffic there at one point, Gary, but then suddenly Loveridge, pinned against the ropes, decided he was going to have a bit of a fling himself.
That's right.
Well, your brother's totally in control there, but
yeah.
oh, what's going to happen here? Loveridge has decided, I've had enough of this.
Decided to give him back some of his own medicine.
That's the sort of stuff your brother does to him, doesn't it? Your younger brother. I tell you, wouldn't want to be fighting with the cornflakes in your household
10
anymore.
seconds. Seconds out. Round 5.
Round 5. One more after this. Can Mark Delaney put the awkward Ernie Loveridge away? Can Loveridge pull a surprise? He certainly looks as if he's got the bit between his teeth here, Loveridge. Something has upset him.
Good left hook.
A big mistake.
He's learnt that from me. When he's under pressure, he comes off the ropes. Big left hook.
And it's waved over. Mark Green has waved it over. Loveridge is pleading that he should have been allowed to continue. Well, you look very happy for your brother there, Gary.
I'm very relieved, yeah. I'll stop sweating in a minute.
came out of nothing, didn't it? It
That's
just
right.
looked as if Loveridge was about to get stuck in. And he made a big mistake.
Yeah, he was pressured against the ropes, and he's like me. That's when he's at his most dangerous. You know, you put him under pressure, and you got to watch yourself.
So a stoppage win, unexpectedly there for Mark Delaney. It was Loveridge banging away. And we'll look at that.
Round 5, referee Mark Green has started the contest. Mark Delaney is the winner.
So a success for the Delaney family.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short break now. We'll be back with more action after the break, and one that I can tell you you're not going to want to miss. A light welterweight affair, Andreas Panay against Tony Swift. That's a rematch. There's revenge in the air. Join us for that one